Alright, I'm back from texturing this guy. I don't think I did anything too dramatic. Just kind of went through and put some texture on various planes. And there you go. You can kind of check it all out. In a few places I added some extra light. That same little effect that I did underneath the eyes, I did a little of that just in this middle piping here just to show some of those nice lines that we created, or polygons we created around the spine. They were kind of all getting silhouetted before. Just made that a little bit darker. I think I blurred that. A lot more scuff marks. He kind of looks like he's getting taken down. I don't know. I mean, is the health meter low or is it high with this guy? It's hard to tell. But we could have a little bit of fun with that. Let's go head over to our parts library. And one of the things I've added in here is this giant bit of debris. It's all the same debris that we had earlier, just these triangles. They are tinted now, and you can see over here it's just a gray tint, and the blurring is up. But once I add this in, it adds a nice little bit of kind of foreground dust to the scene. So I'm just going to put it right back here, and you can see the gray looks nice on both the sky color and the this dark background color right here. So it kind of shows up differently on both of them, and you could obviously take that and repeat it again and just make it a little bit smaller if you wanted. If you did make it smaller, you might want to adjust the blurring though, so it's a little bit clearer on that one. And obviously this adds just that adds a little bit more of a destruction feel to it. Speaking of which, I went into that dust field that we created, and I took this symbol. You guys remember this guy? Just this weird little pattern here, and that's been blurred out. And what I did was I just took that and I tinted the entire thing, so that's just full black, and just repeated it a bunch of times. So and as it goes up, it just gets a little bit smaller. And then when you put this in, you can use it for a lot of different things, but one of them could be just a kind of a smoke trail. Might indicate that our little brobot here has been injured. You could also use it as, and I don't know if I will use it like this, but you could use it as a almost like a meteor strike, or if you had sort of a white glow for a missile coming down here, that could then that could be the trail following it. So for example, if you had something like this, maybe, well, that's just a line. Yeah, something like that. Probably a bit bigger, like maybe 200%. So it could be something's going to go hit him over there. Things like this actually don't look bad even on their own. So if you did want to kind of show, let's call this a bullet. If you kind of wanted to indicate that he was getting fired upon, you could do that. I'd probably do a few of them. Almost kind of indicate that it's like rapid fire. Maybe make them a little bit longer too. Oh, that didn't seem to want to work. Let's zoom in here. Oh, again, I cut off the end of it. Alright, I'll try that one more time. Just doesn't want to do it. Well, we can make it thin in the middle and see what. There we go, something like that. All I wanted was a long streak going through there. And let's we could even add a little glow. Something like that. Let's set it to high, and then we'll play around with the strength of it. So the power just went out here, and for the first time ever, my battery backup has actually prevented me from losing some of a tutorial. We can shrink these down, maybe make another one a little bit bigger. I suppose since we do have those helicopters there, we could kind of indicate that that's what's firing them on him. Something like that. Let's go ahead and Try it over top of him. This one should probably be blurred a little bit too. You would not usually see the fan or the propeller blade. What else can we add to this guy? Oh, you know what? I was playing around with this too. Take this same shape, just one of the ones making up the that smoke cloud. You can maybe take the blurring down just a little bit. And I thought this looked good to just kind of add in the background. So I'm going to put this on the actual background layer. Thought this looked nice coming up from the city. Well, not nice. It looked a little bit more catastrophic. By the way, I'll bring the properties bar back in here just so that you can see the what the filtering effects are set to. Yeah, I think I like it a little bit more on the X than the Y. Just adds a little bit more to our epic destruction going on. And you know, you could always do something like let's grab another helicopter here. I'll tint this one going up some. I'll make it a little bit smaller. You could grab the line tool. Let's just work on a layer up above everything else. All of our other stuff here. Hey, looks like we got a little line data or something there. What's going on? Maybe not. And all right, so I'm on just a layer above everything else. And let's put in a hairline line. So we're just going to go from here to like here. All right, let's see how that looks. Okay, make it black. And then you could just continue doing this to make it look like somehow he's getting roped. Oh, I didn't actually want to merge those together. But let's just see what it looks like. I'll convert lines to fills, so that'll make those lines even smaller than they are right now. Maybe make this one just a bit bigger. I suppose it could be a little bigger. We could go to expand fill now and try to do like 0.2. See what happens. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. I guess if you're going to try to do that, you might want to put a bunch of helicopters over there. Don't forget about tinting things the same color as the background. So for example, if you take that background blue and then just tint it a little bit, it can often look good. Let's see, do I have I guess I'll make that a separate symbol. And these are the lines around that. So I might try that again. That same tinting with the that little helicopter line. Yeah, not a lot of people are trying to take this guy down right now. Just a few renegade helicopters. All right, well let's start to call it quits here. Feel free to play around on your own, make a whole army of people destroying this guy, and I'm going to come back in another video and we'll talk a little bit about some things that you can do to play around with in Photoshop, actually, if you want to make your piece seem a little bit more like maybe a movie poster effect. All right, so there's a little bit more.